Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Indah berbalam si awan petang, berarak di celah pohon cemara. Pemanis kalam, selamat datang. Awal bismillah, pembuka bicara. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Rabbi syrahli sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul 'uqdatal min lisani yafqahu qawli. Yang berbahagia, penceramah yang didatangkan khas pada hari ini iaitu Encik Muhammad Azfar bin Abdul Rahim, Pengurus Pemasaran Singapore Airlines. Yang berusaha Encik Muhammad Ehsan bin Mohsin, Timbalan Pengarah Hal Ehwal Akademik Kolej Profesional Mara Seri Iskandar. Yang dihormati Encik Rizwan bin Muhammad, Ketua Pemasaran. Yang dihormati para pensyarah, seterusnya rakan-rakan pelajar Diploma in Marketing serta penonton dari siaran langsung. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam ceria dan salam sejahtera. Alhamdulillah, syukur kita kehadrat Ilahi kerana dengan limpah dan izinnya dapat kita berkumpul pada petang ini. Pihak majlis mengucapkan terima kasih dan mengalu-alukan kehadiran saudara serta saudari ke program ceramah Navigating the Aviation Industry, a Sneak Peek into a 5-Star Journey ini. Hadirin sekalian, bagi menambah keberkatan program kita pada petang ini, marilah kita mengaminkan doa yang akan dibacakan oleh saudara Muhammad Irfan bin Muhammad Hafiz. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Engkaulah yang mempunyai segala kepujian. Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kepujian. Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kesyukuran. Engkaulah yang berhak memiliki segala pemerintahan. Di tangan Engkau segala kebajikan. Kepada Engkaulah kembali segala urusan. Allahu ya Karim ya Rahim, cucurilah rahmat dan rahimmu ke atas program Navigating the Aviation Industry, a Sneak Peek into a 5-Star Journey yang diadakan pada hari ini. Berkatilah ia dari awal hingga akhirnya. Ya fa'alu lima yurid, kami juga memohon perlindungan daripadamu dari segala perkara yang boleh mencacat celakan majlis kami dan daripada segala perkara yang melalaikan kami dan berbuat taat kepadamu. Kepadamu jua kami serah segala urusan kami. Rabbana alaika tawakkalna wa ilaika anabna wa ilaikal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi washabihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada saudara Muhammad Irfan bin Muhammad Hafiz atas bacaan doa sebentar tadi. Hadirin yang dimuliakan, sebelum tirai ceramah dibuka, sukalah saya membacakan biodata penceramah kita pada hari ini. Nama diberi Encik Muhammad Azfar bin Abdul Rahim. Beliau mempunyai kelulusan akademik dalam Sarjana Pendidikan Perniagaan dari Universiti Malaya. Kini, beliau menjawat jawatan sebagai Marketing Manager at Singapore Airlines Limited. Beliau sememangnya arif dan berpengetahuan serta berpengalaman luas dalam bidang pemasaran. Tanpa membuang masa lagi, majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan Encik Muhammad Azfar bin Abdul Rahim untuk menyampaikan ceramah beliau. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan.
tangan kena pakai. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Saya bagi salam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berusaha, yang dikasihi adik-adik student Diploma in Marketing. Lagi satu apa? Certified Professional Marketer. Okay, terima kasih sebab sudi meluangkan masa dengan saya hari ini. Sebab saya tahu sekarang ni kan time cuti raya, masing-masing sepatutnya macam mungkin ada yang balik ke kampung halaman, ada yang pergi beraya, spend masa dengan keluarga. Tapi disebabkan ada ceramah hari ini, adik-adik sudi meluangkan masa dengan saya untuk petang ni. Okey, rasanya tanpa buang masa lagi, saya akan saya cubalah untuk jadikan session ni sebagai satu yang mungkin is a win-win situation between both of us. And then kalau you guys ada soalan atau apa-apa, boleh angkat tangan. Kita boleh jadikan sesi ni sebagai satu sesi macam kita bersembang instead of a very formal situation. Kita rasa macam kalau adik-adik pun duduk kat belakang tu je, rasa macam terlalu terlalu formal. So kita boleh jadikan satu macam sesi sembang-sembang. Okay. Okey, sebelum tu izinkan saya untuk jadikan sesi ni dua bahasa sebab yes, bahasa Melayu adalah saya punya bahasa ibunda. Tapi kalau bila bab bekerja, English is my main language. So ada setengah bahasa yang saya tak boleh nak, atau saya kurang mahir, saya kurang fasih untuk translatekan dalam bahasa Inggeris. So saya translate daripada bahasa Inggeris ke bahasa Melayu. So saya akan gunakan bahasa Inggeris untuk buat adik faham. Tak pun zaman sekarang kan macam canggih, ada Google apa semua. So you guys boleh Google. Okay. So first of all, what qualifies me to be standing in front of you? Actually, saya I'm a very proud Mara product of Mara. When I first started my education, my academic journey, actually I started with UiTM. I started with UiTM Selamat, okay, where sebenarnya saya bukannya seorang pelajar daripada jurusan pemasaran. Saya bukannya pelajar daripada jurusan marketing, tapi saya adalah pelajar daripada jurusan pengangkutan. So saya daripada diploma, sebenarnya saya adalah pelajar daripada jurusan pengangkutan, di mana kalau adik-adik tahu pengangkutan ni, dia macam apa-apa yang berkaitan dengan lori, dengan bas, dengan kapal terbang, semualah. So basically saya punya background memang daripada transport. Daripada saya diploma sampai ke what am I doing right now, saya memang dilatih untuk dilatih untuk cakap pasal transport lah. Okay. And then bila saya melanjutkan pelajaran ke degree, ke ijazah, saya sambung dalam bidang pengangkutan juga. Dalam bidang pengangkutan di UiTM Shah Alam. Okay. Saya pun asal Shah Alam, so saya pergi UiTM Shah Alam. So balik-balik pun pusing-pusing situ juga. Tapi dekat mana yang jadi menarik sikit adalah bila saya sambung sarjana dalam pengurusan pemasaran di Universiti Melaya. Di sini saya, disebabkan saya ada experience dalam tak pun saya ada ada pengalaman atau ilmu dalam bidang pengangkutan. So saya join Malaysia Airlines masa 2013. Saya join sebagai management trainee. So macam mana saya dapat ilham, tak pun dapat ataupun dapat terjerumus dalam pemasaran ni, saya dapat marketing ni sebab masa saya join Malaysia Airlines dulu, the management tu terus dia letak saya dekat marketing. So dekat sini saya buat something yang betul-betul saya tak pernah rasakan pun. Sebab apa, masa dekat belajar dulu, saya buat transport tapi tak ada sangat marketing. So, masing-masing seronok tengok muka masing-masing. Seronok. Ya. So, masa belajar dulu, saya tak ada belajar dalam marketing, tapi saya belajar dalam, apa tu nama dia, dalam transport. So, bila saya masuk Malaysia Airlines, saya kena buat marketing. So, lama kelamaan benda tu jadi benda yang saya suka. And then saya daripada Malaysia Airlines, lepas tu saya ke peringkat yang lebih lagi. Saya keluar Malaysia Airlines, saya join Qatar Airways. Basically ada kenaikan pangkat dekat situ. Di Qatar Airways saya adalah senior marketing executive. And then bila saya rasa macam okay, I need to know more, it is time for me to actually expand the knowledge horizon or the career horizon. And then saya join Singapore Airlines as a marketing manager. Okay. So, like I said just now, I'm a transport graduate. Okay. As a transport graduate, I've always wrapped my head around the transport concept. So, ini ada laser ke? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Kalau ada adik nampak, saya tulis kat sini adalah transport is a derived demand. So, transport is a derived demand ni, maksud dia adalah kalau korang tak ada sebab nak pakai transport, sebenarnya transport ni kita tak perlukan pun. Okay, katakanlah macam korang nak ke bandar, mesti korang perlukan bas, kan? Korang perlukan pengangkutan untuk ke bandar. Tapi kalau korang tak ada apa-apa hal, takkan tiba-tiba, okay, tengah duduk-duduk tu macam, oh, saya nak perlukan bas lah, just nak sebuah bas, just because. Okay, so kalau tak ada sebab, tak ada orang punya perlukan transport. Okay, and then transport ni, since it is a service, dia adalah something yang korang tak boleh rasa. I mention here, it is an intangible, you cannot store the service. So korang tak boleh nak rasa service tu sebab dia bukan produk. Products are physical, services are intangible, you cannot feel it. So because of this very reason, benda tu korang tak boleh nak simpan benda tu untuk korang pakai in the future. Okay, so let's say for example, macam Singapore Airlines, kita orang jual seats to London. Okay, so let's say tomorrow so let's say today flight ke London tak penuh. Okay, ada banyak empty seats, kan? So as a marketer, as somebody who sells the seats, I tak boleh nak simpan benda tu untuk jual the next day. So the next day, maybe seats tu penuh, maybe seats tu kosong. So it is always different situation, it is always different factors, different scenarios every day. Okay, so because of this very reason also, airline is a service, and then service is perishable. Sebab bila dia dah tutup gate aircraft tu kan, so the seats tu memang dah tak boleh pakai dah. So the seats, the flight will just go on without any passengers. Okay. Thomas, one of the academic writers. Actually, I like this sentence because of he actually perfectly described this situation as the empty seat syndrome, where the airlines, they actually try to sell the seats, okay, because they know that once the aircraft door is closed, and then the airlines cannot do anything anymore. Okay, so faham tak transport concept? Faham? Okay. Okay, so from my experience, I will just share with you some insights from the industry that I'm currently working in. and then maybe I can share with you some of the marketing strategy, and then how it looks like, and perhaps you want to join or you want to consider joining the industry. I will start with the marketing strategy. I know that some of you might be familiar with how the marketing strategy is. And next one, I will continue with behind the scenes, like how I do my work, and then how Singapore Airlines do their daily operations. And then lastly, I'll share with you some on how to join the industry, and then something that maybe can inspire you guys. Alright, okay. Siapa familiar dengan 4P? Okay. Um, boleh tak seorang daripada korang yang ramai ni explain? Just like somebody yang korang rasa macam top of the class lah. Okay. Explain. What is product, what is price, place and promotion. Apa yang korang faham? Okay, nak saya pilih ke? Okay. Adik yang rambut curly tu. Oh lemak, ada dua. Yang bawah tu. Saya ada... Sekejap. Saya ada sagu hati boleh bagi. Kalau dapat jawab dengan betul. Boleh, mana-mana boleh. Kat situ boleh, kat bawah boleh. Promotion. So what do you understand by all these words? Hmm. Hmm. Tak apa, take your time. Ha. Boleh. Tak apa, saya senangkan. So basically, bila what is meant by marketing for peace is P is the product. Okay. Kalau kita nak menjual, kita kena ada produk, kan? So the next one is price. Produk, kita ada produk, and then kita kena tetapkan dia punya harga. Okay, satu apa tadi? Place. So bila kita ada produk, kita ada harga, dekat mana place tu? Kita kena decide dekat mana kita nak jual. So let's say nanti saya terangkan macam mana airline ni dekat mana, the third P tu, dekat mana place tu. Okay. And then the last one, promotion. Macam mana promotion? Okay. Alright. Ingat mungkin boleh gantung gantung apa, metric card ke apa kan? Okay. Luqman nama tadi? Luqman. Okay. So, starting with product. Okay. For airlines, okay. So for airlines, actually there are two kind of products. Okay. So selalunya orang kalau kata airline ni airline service kan. Tapi for airlines sebenarnya ada two types of products. One is hard product, something that something that you can something that is tangible. Okay. which economy class, business class seats, first class seat, and then also suites for Singapore Airlines lah. Okay, I'm speaking from the POV of Singapore Airlines. Those are hard products. Lepas tu, kalau we talk about soft products ni something that you cannot touch, okay, or something that you can touch. Sebab when it comes to the definition of hard products dengan soft products ni, different airlines or different group of people, they have slightly different understanding. Okay, so for the soft products, they categorize cabin crews, the in-flight service. Macam kalau sekarang ni, kalau some airlines, diorang ada in-flight Wi-Fi. So you guys can actually use the in-flight Wi-Fi for free. So that is considered as the soft products. And then also foods and beverages, F&B. One thing that I would like to emphasize here is actually the cabin crew. Cabin crew, which is I would also share later. Cabin crew ni sebabkan dia is a service, dia punya service coming from a person is different. So different people perceive or receive different service. So let's say lah, I'm on a flight and then the cabin crew ABC. Cabin crew ABC disebabkan it is a unique service and they serve to each people differently, and then I might, so let's say passenger dekat sebelah I, dia kata, oh, she's a very lousy cabin crew. Tapi it's not for me because of cabin crew tu serve I rasa macam biasa je, tak ada rasa macam discriminated ke apa ke. So this is what they meant by the soft products. This is what they meant by the soft products. Something that is so intangible that people might perceive different. Okay. And then the last one is that I would like to share here is the ancillary services. Ancillary services ni dia macam something that is outside of the usual products that you guys see. Okay. What airlines that you guys are familiar with? Wow, you are very unique. Okay, Malindo Air. Since you mentioned Malindo Air, can you actually name one cabin class that you know, one product that you know from Malindo Air? Apa bila you sebut, okay, bila you sebut Malindo Air, apa yang tiba-tiba terlintas dekat your mind? What do you think of Malindo Air? Apa yang you rasa? Is it bankrupt? Tak adalah, belum. Malindo Air is still flying. It's still in good shape. Okay. So moving on, when it comes to ancillary services, something that macam it is not really selling air or non-air products. Katakanlah macam if you guys are familiar with AirAsia, kan? AirAsia ada Big Pay. You guys know AirAsia ada Big Pay, macam Malaysia Airlines dia ada Journeyfy. Malaysia Airlines ada Journeyfy, AirAsia ada Big Pay. Apa lagi? Yang macam it is not a flight product, tapi you guys can actually use that to accumulate miles or you spend with the card, and then you guys can redeem for free flights. So macam korang spend, katakanlah korang spend katakanlah dekat sini ada kantin yang korang boleh spend pakai card. Korang spend pakai card, korang dapat point. Point tu korang boleh tukar jadi jadi free flights. Okay. So those are the ancillary services that airlines are also looking at. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at all of these images. Tak sure korang boleh nampak dengan clear ke tak. Tapi dekat sini, dekat depan ni ada 3 gambar. Okay. Malaysia Airlines, Qatar Airways, Singapore Airlines. So basically, these are all the airlines that I've worked with. Singapore Airlines is my current employer. Okay. My question is, from your understanding of hard and soft products sebelum ni, yang slide sebelum ni, which of the photo here that you guys think are showing the most hard and soft product? Qatar. Why? They serve food. Okay. Malaysia Airlines juga ada serve food. Malaysia and Qatar. Okay. Yang lain, ada adik lelaki pula. Malaysia Airlines. Why? Stewardess, pasal ada food. Okay. Okay. Yang belakang-belakang tu. Malaysia Airlines. Okay. Kenapa tak ada yang sebut Qatar Airways? So, tak ada stewardess. Okay. Alright. Kenapa tak ada yang sebut Singapore Airlines? No food. Okay. Okay, you guys are right. So it's Malaysia Airlines. So what you guys are seeing here, this is actually a combination of hard products and soft products. F&B is soft product. Cabin crew is soft product. The seat, the aircraft seat, the interior of the aircraft is actually hard product. Okay. All right. So the next one is everyone's favorite topic. Okay. Price. What if I tell you? Okay. What if I tell you that somebody that is seated next to you in a flight, okay, he or she might have cheaper fare. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. So this illustration basically it shows that orang ni bayar aircraft seat ni lain-lain. So yang ni 89, 299, 489. Okay. So orang ni dia bayar basically lain-lain lah. Dia punya apa fare dalam satu aircraft tu. Do you guys think that paying different fares in a flight is fair? Why? Why? Huh? Because they get the same services. Okay, that is fair. Okay, actually, the airline industry is not easy to operate. Okay, because of the airline industry is too expensive to set up. Because of also buying or purchasing one big airplane costs you so much that you need to charge different people different fare. Because of some people, they might have different agencies. Some people, okay, let's say I want to go to London. Okay, a business traveler might have different agency than a leisure traveler. Orang yang business ni kadang-kadang diorang boleh pergi, okay, I want to go to London tomorrow. Dia hari ni dia boleh beli tiket. Tapi katakanlah I'm going for a holiday, sebulan awal dia dah boleh beli tiket. So the airline charges different fare because of this reason. Why not they make some money from people that can actually pay higher fare so that they can more or less like subsidize orang yang okay, mungkin dia nak cakap tak berapa mampu nak beli tiket mahal. Okay, so that orang yang tak mampu sangat beli tiket mahal ni dia boleh beli tiket. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, setting up the airline industry is very expensive. Nak beli satu kapal terbang berjuta, beratus juta nak beli kapal terbang. Nak set up macam Malaysia nak set KLIA kan. Macam awal tahun hari tu KLIA baru je dia naikkan tax cukai lapangan terbang untuk KLIA. Because why? Nak uruskan KLIA itu sendiri pun pakai banyak duit. Nak ganti aerotrain lagi So basically, the airline industry is very capital intensive to actually to run. Okay. Also, I mentioned here, airlines have very slim profit margin. Sebab kadang-kadang airlines ni different period, kadang-kadang dia fly the airplane empty. Pernah dengar tak orang cerita pasal Malaysia Airlines fly to London, kau terbang kosong, so that orang dekat beli seat dekat sebelah tingkap, lepas tu dia rasa macam business class sebab apa, the entire row kosong, kan? So disebabkan demand tu pun ada turun naik. So bila demand tu tinggi, okay, bila ada permintaan yang banyak, dia boleh cover keuntungan yang dia dapat daripada demand yang tinggi tu untuk cover hari-hari lain yang bila tak berapa nak untung. Okay. So far faham yang pricing tu? Okay. So the next one is place. Airline. When it comes to place, dia akan start dekat mana the person takes or the person starts the journey. Okay, so let's say for example Singapore Airlines, it starts with the world's best airport. So Changi Airport, it was crowned as the the world's best airport in 2023. Tapi this year Hamad International Airport dia menang the world's best airport. Okay. Airports for me, it has always been my favorite place lah. I think I grew up in a very aviation family. My uncle was a pilot, and my aunt was a cabin crew, and I think I drew a lot of inspiration from them. And then right now I what do you call? Macam I feel proud of working with an airline. So this is something that I would like to really maintain so far in the future. Okay. So I mentioned just now ada Changi Airport and then also ada Hamad International Airport. So what I like about this airport, they are so similar in how they present themselves. So Hamad International Airport dengan Changi Airport ni diorang betul-betul bersih. Okay. And then bila korang sampai dekat these two airports, you really feel like you are in a totally different environment, something that rasa macam betul-betul relax bila sampai dekat airport. Tak adalah rasa macam cacar marbah, rasa macam everything here and there lah. Okay. And then these two airports, they are very highly functional for travellers. Macam Changi Airport dengan Hamad International Airport, diorang ada bilik tidur. Mana katakanlah korang transit daripada a longer flight, so let's say you guys are transiting from a 13-hour flight or 10-hour flight coming from London, coming from New York or somewhere, okay, korang boleh relax sama ada dekat lounge, tak pun dekat dalam bilik tidur yang percuma. Korang tak bayar-bayar apa-apa. Okay. Korang suka video kan? So when I was sekejap. I'll just pause sekejap. So when I was a student, this is an interesting observation lah. I found that students memang suka video sebab kadang-kadang dengar penceramah cakap lama-lama, kadang-kadang aku bukannya faham pun, tapi bila tang video semua orang mata celik. So enjoy this video. Alamak, muka sendiri pula. Enjoy this video. This is something about Changi Airport, and then maybe here we can learn why they are one of the world's best airport. Yang ni, part ni boleh ignore Dan ni tak elok. So Dreamscape ni dia adalah digital screen dekat atas ceiling. Dia macam dia mimic weather dekat luar. So katakanlah weather dekat luar tu macam panas, dekat screen tu dia akan show macam siang punya environment lah. Kalau malam dia pun tukar gelap. Alright. That is the only that is only Terminal 2. So Terminal 2 before this dia masa COVID dia renovate. So what you saw just now masa lepas dia renovate. Okay. So korang boleh nampak tak macam mana a start of the journey tu sebenarnya it plays an important role sebab korang tak nak rasa a very long journey tu rasa macam panjang. Okay. A more comfortable journey tu, the more comfortable your journey is, the shorter you will feel. Because bila korang ada banyak benda yang korang boleh buat dalam satu perjalanan tu, dia akan terasa terlalu pendek. Okay. Dekat depan ni ada 3 airport. Okay. First one is Kuala Lumpur International Airport, Hamad International Airport, and then Changi International Airport. Okay. Bila adik-adik tengok gambar dekat depan ni, airport yang mana satu korang rasa macam rasa inspired or rasa macam nak datang airport tu sekarang? Kenapa? Ha? Ada? Ada waterfall? Ada nature? Okay. Semua cakap Changi. Tak, adik-adik perempuan tak ada cakap apa? Alamak. Tak ada cakap Hamad International Airport. Tak nak. Crowded. Kenapa crowded? Changi tak nampak crowded. Okay. Lagi nampak tenang. Okay. Tapi kenapa tak ada yang cakap KLIA? Apa ni? Kenapa tak ada yang cakap KLIA? Macam shopping mall. Tapi, okay. Kalau cakap macam shopping mall, actually yang tadi yang Changi International Airport tu, yang ada air terjun dekat tengah-tengah tu actually is a shopping mall. Cantik. Okay, apa yang kita dapat simpulkan kat sini sebenarnya? Yang cantik dia julang. Yang cantik dia menang. Okay. Rasanya apa yang boleh simpulkan kat sini adalah bila airport tu rasa macam more welcoming, more rasa macam more impressive, rasa macam comfortable lah korang nak pergi situ, the more comfortable the journey would be. Okay. Okay, next is promotion. Okay, so you guys will probably think of promotion ni something yang macam promo fair. Okay, promo fair, promotion, free seats. Tapi in my line of work, promotion ni basically it includes anything that the brand actually put out the brand out there to promote recall. So let's say for example, if you guys look at this first image, okay, this is when Singapore Airlines sponsor F1. Adik-adik tahu tak airline mana lagi yang sponsor F1? Lagi? At least ada 3 airline yang sponsor F1. Siapa cakap Emirates first? Lagi satu. Kalau yang mana cakap Emirates saya nak tanya, what do you think of Emirates? What do you think of Emirates? Cepat. Alamak, tadi saya dah bagi lelaki kan? Okey, saya bagi kaum hawa pula. Kata. Okey, boleh angkat. Siapa paling cepat angkat tangan saya? Adik ni. Okey, Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways. Apa adik rasa pasal Qatar Airways? Are they doing a good job in sponsoring F1? Tak pun dia rasa macam tak best. Best. Why? Kenapa best? Okay. Ada 3 airline sebenarnya sponsor F1. Another one, indirectly they sponsor F1 lah. Sebab Emirates at some circuits dia ada branding dia dekat F1 track. Tapi kalau macam Singapore Airlines, dia betul-betul sponsor the F1 title tu. Macam dia tulis kat situ, Singapore Airlines Grand Prix. So that means they sponsor the title F1. So it entitles them to use the track and then put any branding on it. So kenapa adik-adik rasa kenapa airline dia nak sangat sponsor F1? Dia nak bagi ramai orang kenal. Okay. Betul. So airline dia sponsor F1 sebab bila orang tengok F1, dia nampak the logo and then dia akan fikir the next time that I want to buy a flight ticket, okay, they will think of the airline. So macam Qatar Airways, so macam Qatar Airways, dia sponsor F1. So every time ada F1 punya race, dia keluar dekat TV kan. Every time orang tengok, dia akan tengok, oh Qatar Airways. Okay, it will spark like a brand recall. Orang akan selalu ingat, okay Qatar Airways, F1 Qatar Airways. So the brand association is very important sebab the more that you encourage brand recall, the more people can actually relate to your brand. Okay, and that is why airlines, they like to sponsor big sports event. Okay, that is on F1. The next one is, siapa tengok MasterChef? Okay, dalam MasterChef, dia kan ada ramai MasterChef tu kan. So salah seorang daripada MasterChef tu, nama dia Monica Galati. Okay, so Monica Galati, she is based in UK. So Singapore Airlines work with Monica to actually create untuk hasilkan makanan dalam flight tu lah. So sebab influencers ni dia ada star power tau. Okay, so katakanlah dalam Malaysia ni any influencer yang dia punya followers dia macam millions tu, bila sekali dia petik brand name tu, okay, orang akan tengok dan orang akan rasa macam, okay, I need to do I need to do something with the brand. So the same goes with the Monica Galati punya sponsorship. And the last one is something that everyone likes, promo fair. So this one just happened recently. Time to Fly is our Singapore Airlines punya biannually promotion. So twice a year kita orang ada sale yang really encourage people to buy in advance. So let's say 6 months in advance. Tickets are cheaper 6 months in advance. So really encourage people to buy apa ni lah ticket in advance. So far faham tak pasal promotion? Okay. Tak gerak. Sekejap. Oh, okay, sorry. 7P. Alright. Korang marketing students belajar 4P kan? Pernah dengar 7P? Oh, terror. Okay. Siapa yang paling terror sekali nak explain pasal the additional P tu? Okay. Mana Puan Jun? Siapa yang boleh explain? Okay. Amir, cepat. Amir. Okay, tadi dah dengar pasal 4Ps, product, price, place, promotion. Okay, the same concept here. Mana konsep tu? Tambah lagi 3 je. So what do you understand by the additional 3Ps?
Okay. So for people, it shows like how the workers treat the customers. For example, the cabin crew. So that's for people. So next is the process. So how the airline manages like the customers boarding it onto the plane and so on. So for physical evidence is more of like the decorations in the airlines, such as the environment and the foods and beverage that they provide.
Okay, you are correct. Okay. Alright. Dengar tak tadi apa Amir cakap? Dengar? Okay. I will start with people. Okay. Okay. Why I say there is a power in manpower? People, actually it sounds so simple, tapi it is actually very powerful. Okay. Have you ever found in situation where korang buat kerja group? Okay. Lepas tu seorang daripada kawan korang tak sihat. Okay. Kan? Lepas tu kerja tak siap. So siapa lagi nak cover yang lagi seorang punya tu kan? So basically you need the full manpower to cover every task yang korang kena buat. So the same also goes here. In order to power up the airline actually needs a lot of good manpower so that every service can be delivered, every innovation can be delivered so that every customer can actually enjoy a comfortable journey with the airline. Okay, so Ooh. Okay, so what you can see here, tadi tu gambar future cabin crew juga. Okay, so what you are looking at here is a group of Singapore Airlines cabin crew. Okay, dia sebenarnya ada macam-macam colour. It is different according to the seniority. The blue one is the most junior. After from blue, lepas tu nanti jadi green, and then you go to red, and then purple. Purple is the last one. Okay, so we have another video. This time the video is slightly longer, so you guys can take a look at this. As we go along, I will explain to you how the process of being a cabin crew, which is essential to explain why people is very important.
International travel is back, and national carrier Singapore Airlines has ramped up recruitment, welcoming and training multiple batches of new cabin crew.
But what does it actually take to join a world-class team?
So
We
this
follow
is
batch
actually
6,
yang tadi tu
with
adalah
20
mock-up,
cabin crew
not the
hopefuls
real
going through
aircraft.
3 months
Mock-up.
of training and assessment before they take to the skies.
Finally starting the training, I am very excited and nervous at the same time.
So other than providing quality service, we also have to balance safety and security.
I feel worried whether I'm able to go through these 40 weeks of intensive training, as each week we will have at least 1 to 2 assessments.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So being
I
a
think
cabin
I
crew, you
didn't
need to go
realise the
through 3
significance
months
of it
of
until I went on board.
training.
I'm someone who loves to be on my feet. I love meeting new people and to explore new experiences. This is like a dream job.
Eggplant. Okay. So as a cabin crew, of course, you need to know how to
In this
prepare the
class,
in-flight
we
meal.
share with them the various cooking method used in in-flight meal preparation and the types of meal catered on board. We also have practical session for the trainees to hands-on, so they are able to heat up the meals to taste it after that.
According to different classes like economy, premium economy, business class, each tray the setting is different. So like whether they have appetizer or not, and then where should the appetizer be. All these are very important little details that add up to the whole meal service in the flight itself.
Ask why SIA has such a stellar
Cara jalan
reputation,
pun
and you will often get one
kena
answer.
apa ni? Kena
high
portray
level of
the
service.
real Singapore
And with
girl
the
punya
delivery
cara
of that
jalan.
service, a certain level of style
Cara
is required.
apa? Nak duduk,
I think this
menyimpuh,
department is very important
cara nak
for
angkat bag,
SIA cabin
semua
crew because it
diorang
teaches
memang
us how
train
to
macam mana nak
project
jalan
ourselves
macam
as
tu.
the iconic SIA girl. Because as a Singaporean, we usually walk very fast and we are always seems like rushing. But in department class, they taught us on how we can walk slowly without looking like we are rushing.
Tapi not sure if you guys heard apa dia cakap tadi. Dia cakap cabin crew tak boleh jalan laju-laju sebab kalau nak cepat tu you are portraying that you are rushing. So bila portraying you are rushing tu, dia nampak macam it's not a good image lah that you guys are
The
actually
most challenging
rushing
part
for
would
something.
be ascending and descending staircase with our cabin bags because we had to maneuver the weight while trying to look graceful at the same time. It was quite a funny experience and we really bonded over like our awkwardness.
Who knew sitting down could be so hard? The trainees also practiced other actions that require a prescribed style of movement, such as getting into a taxi or
Lepas
picking
ni
up an
boleh
object from the floor.
berlatih macam mana nak duduk lebih sopan.
Through a role-playing exercise in the passenger relations module, they learned how to manage different types of passengers, from the elderly to the non-English speaking.
In case of emergency, you can actually look through here. This is your emergency door.
The reason why
Emergency
korang
door,
tengok
the
tadi
door
ada
is
tulis
over here.
non-English
There's one
speaking
over here, and
passenger
there's one at the back.
is because
Before this
bila
course,
dalam
my
airline
intention
tu,
was to actually
bila
just
dalam
serve the
satu
passengers
flight
and
tu
attend to their
ada
queries. So
different
after attending this course,
people kan,
I
ada
feel
orang
that,
daripada
we have to
Timur
put
Tengah,
more
ada orang
attention
daripada
to the
Europe.
passengers and be
Europe pula
creative
bukan cakap
on
bahasa
board,
Inggeris je, ada yang cakap
celebrating
bahasa-bahasa lain.
birthdays, anniversaries,
So
or
when
honeymoons.
it comes to
We have to
the
use
language
any,
barrier, it is
resources
when
that
you
we have
guys
to make
need
a
to think
meaningful
extra.
celebration on board.
use body language or pinpoint dekat mana diagram or whatsoever that can actually allow like a effective communication.
Second try, you're all better. Do your alternate legs now. Walk up confidently. Ready? Go.
Jumping onto an emergency slide attached to an aircraft or into the water while wearing a kabaya. That might sound like fun to some, but these cabin crew trainees have to master these safety procedures in case an emergency occurs on the aircraft.
Actually dia nampak macam menarik tapi sebenarnya tak menarik sebab
Swimmers or not, they learned how to
this
huddle for
pool
warmth, move an
dia
incapacitated
boleh
person,
mimik
and
macam
hold
mana
themselves onto a life raft.
air laut tu.
As I'm actually afraid of water.
So bila dia air apa ni air laut tu dia boleh produce macam a strong current.
Overcome the fear.
Arus yang kuat.
I managed to pass the assessment, so that's the greatest achievement that I've achieved so far.
The slide is really interesting how they taught us how to slide down without injuring ourselves. I think the most challenging is to simulate the whole evacuation in a real evacuation attitude and atmosphere, and shouting the command as though we are really evacuating the whole airplane of passengers to save their lives.
With everything they've learned, it's time to put their skills to the test on a wet run, essentially a simulation of an actual flight.
This is an opportunity for them to practice whatever they have learned during classes, to role play with passengers on board, and to get the real feel of how difficult or how challenging a flight can be for them.
One of the unexpected challenges was I had a young child on my aisle request for a beer as she saw other passengers drinking it.
She said, would you like something else? I can make you something at the same color and very nice as well, right? Which is good.
And then before any cabin crew can be sent on a flight, dia akan ada wet run macam ni, okay, where sometimes they have like surprise customers to demonstrate different behaviours, different PL orang dekat dalam flight tu. They will test cabin crew tu boleh handle ke tak.
Throwing random scenarios would actually help them to be prepared for such scenarios on board the aircraft. And some of them come up with really funny answers, and it just enlightens the class. And most importantly, at the end of the session, we will bring them back and correct their mistakes and give them the opportunity to reenact the scenarios and ensure that the service standards are met and passengers' queries are met as well.
Finally, graduation.
These trainees have to pass their final test on an actual flight before they can graduate.
Once we finally made it, after about 3.5 months of intensive training, we made it through together as a batch. And memories that we actually created, at the moment just flashback everything and felt very emotional about it.
I'm so happy that I am being able to become part of the fully operating cabin crew. My family members are the one that keeps me motivated to push further, as especially my mom saying that thousands of candidates are going through the same thing like you, so you have to push further and get out of your comfort zone.
I would say the most important thing that I take away from training is definitely the importance of taking care of ourselves, be it physically or mentally. Cabin crew is a job that is physically demanding and also very prone to injuries if we are not aware of our surroundings. And being 30,000 feet away from ground, we have to be very mentally strong to deal with different kind of situations that happen on board.
There's the saying that teamwork makes the dream work. I think I didn't realize the significance of it until I went on board and I saw the crew working. Not only were they complementing each other on their duties, but also they were actually taking care of one another. So moving forward, I think I would strive to look out and take care of my fellow crew.
And finally, after 3 months, Batch 6 is finally ready to spread their wings.
Yang ini masa COVID, so diorang masih pakai mask. Tapi kalau fly dengan Singapore Airlines sekarang tak pakai mask dah. Okay. So nampak tak overview dekat situ macam mana a cabin crew, macam mana a Singapore Airlines train the cabin crew to be the heart of the service. All right. So Okay. So korang dah nampak macam mana people tadi. So now the next one, the next P is process. This one also looks very simple, tapi it is like a thorough planning and then also coordination. What you're seeing here is actually A to Z of an airline customer journey. So from the moment that you reserve a ticket, you go to the check-in counter. If you're traveling on business class, you have lounge. If you're at the gate, when you are at the gate for checking into the flight, on board the flight, apa yang korang dapat as a service, baggage claim. This one is Z already. Okay. The next slide, I will just explain to you a little bit about this. Okay. All right, let's look into it. Okay. Process, actually, basically when you're marketing a process is about how you are making the process to be comfortable, user-friendly, and your customers can actually enjoy the entire process without a hitch. Okay. What is meant by that is that, so let's say you are starting with booking. You are starting with placing your booking online. When you go, siapa ada experience booking AirAsia, free seats. Okay. AirAsia free seats sometimes nak cari free fare tu bukan main susah. Is it user friendly? Kalau susah nak cari, tak pun bila nak cari bila dah dapat fare yang kita nak tu, lepas tu tiba-tiba server down. Tak pun bila dah dapat apa yang kita nak, tiba-tiba website tu stuck. So is it a user friendly punya service? No, right. So as a marketer, we have to think all of this to actually include everybody to be using your service. I think tadi saya ada berbual dengan one of your lecturer juga, cakap korang ada belajar service marketing kan. So dalam service marketing, you guys will be blueprinting the entire service juga. This is just a part of it. And when you go to the airport, check-in counter, macam mana korang tengok orang dekat check-in counter tu? Muka dia masam ke? Muka dia very smiling? Lepas tu one of the evidence is the uniform that they wear. Diorang pakai baju batik ke, kan? So the moment that you see an on-ground staff is when you start your journey already. Okay. And then kalau travel business class ada lounge. Macam mana food and beverages dekat lounge tu? Is it satiating? Is it comfortable food? Korang makan banyak dekat lounge ke? Korang makan sikit ke? Those are the things that airlines really emphasize dekat situ. Okay. And then at the gate, the order of passengers yang get into the aircraft. Okay. Katakanlah you buy a business class ticket, korang rasa korang akan dapat masuk aircraft dulu ke, korang dapat masuk aircraft kemudian ke, bila-bila masa korang boleh masuk aircraft? Kalau korang fly business class. Kemudian economy masuk dulu. Okay. Business class masuk dulu. Okay. Actually, some airlines bila dia announce that the flight is boarding, dia akan announce yang business class passengers tu dia boleh masuk at any time. Sebab for some airline dia ada what do you call lane untuk business class saja. So dekat situ senanglah untuk business class tu bila-bila dia boleh masuk. Okay. And then bila dah naik flight pula, in flight service tu, does that match the expectation of the customers? It's because let's say lah, economy class passengers some economy class passengers, diorang kadang-kadang bukan tak pernah travel langsung. Okay, they are frequent individual travellers, they are frequent traveller, and then bila diorang dah travel selalu, diorang dah dapat compare macam mana different airlines, different service yang diorang bagi. Adik-adik dah pernah naik flight sebelum ni? Dah. Boleh somebody share flight yang korang naik dan apa experience yang korang rasa? Siapa nak share macam mana experience dalam flight? Okay, yes.
Hello. So basically, I've experienced a lot of flight, such as Asia, Malaysia Airlines, Malindo, Firefly. So different of each of flight services is different, such as Malaysia Airlines. If you don't purchase food, then the airline will give you a macam kacang, and all of the passenger will get the same food. Also in terms of luggage punya berat, if Asia, they have a specific kilo that required for them to carry the bag inside the flight. So kalau Asia, if you want added extra luggage, you have to purchase it online to get a cheaper price. If you purchase it at the counter, it will be higher price. Expectation is basically all the airline that I've been experienced is good, based on the the services by the stewardess. So far so good. Firefly, because the welcoming the stewardess themselves is yeah, they are so welcoming and always smile. All the services is good.
Apa nama tadi? Fisha. Okay, what Fisha explained was right. Okay, so when it comes to in-flight service, it needs to meet the expectation of the customers, because sometimes as a customer you're already paying like you're paying like 500 ringgit to fly from here to Kuching lah, for example, and then the service that you have gotten is actually like subpar, macam tak nak je bagi service. So you will start to question like, is this worth your money to actually spending on that particular flight? Okay. The last one is baggage claim. So as an airline, I think some airlines they are doing a very good job. I think I'll just share a situation with my flight from Singapore last month. So when I went to Singapore and then I took a flight back to KL, and then when I arrived in KL, suddenly I got an SMS saying that my bag was stranded in Changi. To anyone getting an SMS that your bag is left at the origin, it is actually a very annoying thing. But the proactive effort done by the airline to actually inform, it saves you time, because of when you know already or when you're anticipating something to happen, you can actually do things in advance. You can do your own arrangement rather than you're being kept at the airport like waiting for your bag for nothing. So instead of waiting for nothing, so the airline tells you that the bag is short shipped and then still in Singapore. Okay, so looking at the entire process from end to end, it is actually what a marketer's job to think strategically, like to strategize how they can make anyone's journey better, and then they have to work with a team, you know. So let's say, for example, they work with a cabin crew to actually deliver one of these pillars, one of the item to make it better for anyone who is traveling. Okay, the next one is, the last one is physical evidence. So this is the last one from the 7 Ps. Okay. This is actually my favorite part. Sebab this is where this is when the airline actually plays with your human senses. Okay. Next slide. For Singapore Airlines, actually it tickles your. It uses all of our senses like see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Okay. Siapa yang dah dapat lanyard tadi tu, korang tengok dekat lanyard tu ada batik ni kan. So this is a physical evidence. This is what the Singapore Airlines batik. Okay. And then the next one is hear. Apa yang korang boleh dengar. Singapore Airlines Lounge Boarding and Landing Music. This one ada next slide yang korang boleh dengar macam mana dia punya landing music. Okay. Smell. Batik flora scent. So batik flora ni dia macam dia bukan perfume tapi it is more like bila korang ada spray tu kan, yang macam broom spray tu, it is actually a spray or macam diffuser macam tu. So the smell or the scent is actually inspired by all the native flowers in Singapore. And then all the smell actually it comes from the batik that you, from all the flowers in the batik that you see earlier. Okay. And then to tie everything together, the Symphony of Flower or the music of Singapore Airlines, they said that the Symphony of Flowers is the sound that is produced by the flowers, by the native flowers in Singapore. Okay, so basically this see, hear, and smell, they actually tie everything together here. So you guys can see batik motifs, the sound of the batik, and then also the scent, the bau of the flowers. The last two is something that you enjoy on board, which is taste. Singapore Airlines, Singapore Airlines in-flight meal, be in flight or at the lounge. And then the last one is the Singapore Airlines in-flight products, such as the aircraft seat, the blanket, the duvet, the tableware, the spoon, and everything. Okay. I will show to you shortly the power of sound. Okay. Why is it a power? Why do we call it a power of sound? Is because when you listen to this sound when you are traveling, it will induce like a calm effect. So maybe play. Sound ni ada 3 part. There are 3 part. The first starting the lounge music. This is the music that we play at the lounge. So when the guests are arriving at the lounge, they will hear the sound. The video is very long. I takkan play the entire video. We'll just pick. Okay. This one is a boarding music. Okay, bila korang naik aircraft tu, dia akan play this music. So korang rasa macam excited aircraft tu nak take off. Jangan sampai habis, kejap. Betul terlalu hujung bang. Kejap. Okay, this one is a landing music. Okay, landing music is when the aircraft is about to land. So it is actually designed to make you feel like excited to land at your destination. Okay, so considering all of these factors, this is how the composer of this music piece they design this music sheet. Okay, bang, boleh. Okay, the last one, the last P before we go. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. All right. Okay. This is also a part of the physical evidence. So physical evidence here is actually the combination of empathy, the service excellence, and then also the confidence of the airline brand to actually carry the world-class in-flight service on daily basis. So it is actually epitomized in this Welcome to World Class video. This was our brand campaign, one of our strategic campaigns that we did last year. Full screen boleh?
Very nice.
What makes us who we are, if not the way we experience the world? It's more than how many places we will explore. It's how many stories we bring back. It's feeling like you belong, rather than a life filled with belongings. It's the unexpected.
Previous slide tu kena pause.
Well done, great job. Nice.
What makes us who we are, if not the way we experience the world? It's more than how many places we will explore. It's how many stories we bring back. It's feeling like you belong, rather than a life filled with belongings. It's the unexpected 6-star hospitality, rather than a 5-star badge. Because while first class is something you can buy, world class is everything we do. Welcome to world class. Welcome to Singapore Airlines.
Okay, so the video actually concludes how the Singapore Airlines carry the brand. Okay, how the Singapore Airlines. Flip a slide. Yes. Okay, so all the physical evidence they are being shown there. So what actually the video meant was they are trying to show that the cabin crew, they are human too. So from all these points or from all the experiences that the cabin crew experience, okay, they collect all these experiences to actually deliver a world-class service to the end customers. Okay, so this is how a brand is using what do you call, macam an underlying meaning lah. Okay. Okay. So a comparison of the airlines that I have worked with. Okay. This is just a. Okay. So this is just a summary of how the airlines do it lah. Okay. Here I put comparison between Malaysia Airlines, Qatar Airways, and Singapore Airlines. In terms of products, ada apa? Ada economy class, business class, and then for Malaysia Airlines ada business suite, dia tak ada first class. Qatar Airways dia ada economy, dia ada business class, which is their Q suite. Singapore Airlines dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dia ada 5 classes. Economy, premium economy, business, first, and suites. So more products that they sell to the customers. Pricing. In terms of pricing, Malaysia Airlines, they are more competitive pricing. They are more value for money. Whereas Qatar Airways and Singapore Airlines, they are more premium pricing. They use premium to actually position the airlines as something that kalau macam Malaysia Airlines customer tu, they have to work more to actually earn that Qatar Airways and Singapore Airlines seat. Okay. In terms of places, Malaysia Airlines currently fly only to London in Europe, whereas Qatar Airways, they fly to more than 180 destinations worldwide. Singapore Airlines is flying to every continent from the world's best airport, Changi Airport. Promotion. For promotion, people and process, I think each airline, they have different strategies. So I will not dive too much here. So for physical evidence, siapa boleh bagi tahu macam mana nak differentiate physical evidence of all those 3 airlines? Anyone? Siapa yang nak share macam mana nak differentiate physical evidence for all the 3 airlines? Okay, yeah. Okay, boleh bagi tahu macam mana nak differentiate Malaysia Airlines dari tu? Bunyi form.
For Malaysia Airline, they almost have similar batik corak with Singapore Airline, while Qatar have different uniform. They wear a beret and their hat, and that's for uniform. While the food, they serve differently based on your classes, and as is mentioned, the music they play also different. I didn't sure that either Malaysia Airline play music or not because since long I didn't go flight. So those are distinguished, those airlines.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So, having considered all the 7 Ps, what factors that you choose when you are considering an airline? Promotion. Yang lain? Yang putra? Service of the company. Service of the company. Uniform, service. Lagi? Anyone dekat belakang? Can be anything. Apa rasa-rasa? Bila kita nak select satu airline tu, apa yang korang rasa macam, okay, I will choose this airline. Harga. Rasanya kalau most people diorang akan pilih harga lah kan. Kan? Harga murah naik lah. Kalau harga tak murah, siapa nak beli kan? Many factors actually influence customer punya decision. And then as a marketer, kita kena we have to know how to position the brand. We have to know to position the products and services that you are selling. Sebab kadang-kadang ada setengah orang macam benda tu mahal tapi dia suka. Sebab apa? They are more familiar with the brand. But sometimes it's not about the price. It is about the brand that you associate yourself with. Okay? Because kalau bukan kerana harga, macam mana brand mahal macam katakanlah brand Hermes. Okay? Macam mana brand macam Louis Vuitton. Macam mana brand macam tu boleh dapat tempat dekat hati orang yang suka benda-benda macam tu. So, as a marketer, korang kena fikir macam mana nak, this is very raw language lah. Macam mana korang nak spin, nak buat satu benda tu jadi marketable. Benda tu korang boleh jual walaupun tak kira lah harga tu mahal macam mana pun, tapi macam mana korang boleh jual benda tu. I'm sure that you guys have heard this one saying that orang kalau dia boleh jual satu batang pen tu pun, macam mana harga tu pun dia boleh jual. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Dah 1.5 jam dah. This is another video. This is me. This is me wearing. Dia macam, saya cakap dia macam kimono sebenarnya. Kena cover rambut, kena cover mulut, semualah. Kalau macam cover rambut tu ada beberapa layer of cover rambut. Siapa yang ni sebelum nak masuk catering center tu punya tempat masak makanan yang diorang serve dalam flight. Okay.
Every omelette served on board Singapore Airlines economy class is cooked on this rotating table.
We're producing here 6,000-7,000 omelets per day.
So this is how they do their omelets.
In catering facilities like this one, chefs prepare all the main dishes for nearly 20 million passengers a year.
24/7, 365 days a year, it's non-stop all the time.
That's Anthony. He's in charge of the entire catering operation, and his food shopping budget is $500 million a year.
So it's quite a substantial amount of product.
His kitchen cranks out 168,000 lobster tails every month and over 1 million pounds of rice a year. But even the most expensive meals don't always taste the same in the sky. Historically, flavors could change depending on the conditions inside a plane, a phenomenon aircraft manufacturers and airlines have spent decades trying to fix.
Just do one last taste.
Apa yang korang tengok dekat sini adalah dia tadi tu dia masak untuk business class and first class and suite passengers. Kalau yang untuk yang the higher classes tu, the chef will cook themselves instead of having like a mass produce, like a masak banyak-banyak.
So how does Singapore Airlines serve up so much food in time for takeoff? This is Singapore Airlines' biggest catering facility, located within Changi Airport. It's run by the airline's catering partner SATS, and while SATS does make food for 45 other carriers, Singapore Airlines is by far its biggest customer.
SIA, to be frank, is a very demanding customer.
Anthony works with SATS to develop hundreds of new menus every year, and creating one dish can take 9 to 12 months.
There's different menus flying in different directions and different cuisine types, Japanese, Chinese, Singaporean, and obviously Western meals.
The airline runs menus from 77 different departure cities. So if you're leaving Singapore, you'll be offered chicken and rice or a hawker soup. If you're leaving New York City, you'll get a smoked trout salad. And of course, the food changes based on where you're sitting on the plane.
This is Singapore Airlines suite.
Passengers have the most options, from caviar and lobster thermidor to beef tenderloin. In premium economy, flyers have just a couple choices, like this nasi kerabu, because the airline cooks it in bigger batches. No matter the cabin, chefs try to include a protein, vegetable, starch, and a sauce in each dish. Before anyone can get to cooking, they need to suit up.
Kena pakai
They wash their hands
protective gear,
thoroughly
lepas tu kena
and
basuh
step
tangan.
into this air shower.
Yang ni yang menarik sebab dia macam
dust,
angin.
and anything which may provide
Angin.
opportunity inside the facility
Dia
for
macam it
contamination.
blows all the dirts lah.
SAT's team of over 1,000 workers handles a lot of
Bukan dalam flight.
Easily, one day we can have about 800 to 1,000 menus running.
Ini
They
sebelum
usually
flight.
start cooking meals 24 to 36 hours before a scheduled flight, and it's all broken down into stations.
It's like a restaurant. You have a salad section, you have a dessert section, you have a hot kitchen. This is just on a much larger scale.
In the premium kitchen, they're grilling meat, like this filet mignon, for the first and business class.
Essentially what we're doing is we're cooking the meal about 30-40%.
If they cook the meat all the way through now, it would be really overcooked by the
So
time
masa
it got
dia
onto the
cook
plane.
dekat sini, dia tak cook
So chefs depend on
100%.
flight attendants
Dia
who
akan
finish cooking it in
biarkan
the air.
cabin crew
We just
tu
apply
untuk
residual heat of about
reheat
150,
masa diorang kat
160
atas
degrees in our
kapal.
aircraft ovens.
Over in the hot kitchen, cooks handle, well, all the hot food for first, economy, and business class.
Vegetables, pasta, noodles, rice, noodles, hot meals, soups and sauces.
This is some heavy-duty batch cooking. Chefs boil noodles in giant vats. Tomato sauce gets its own tank and is pumped out into these cooling trays from the bottom. And as with the meat, chefs aren't cooking everything all the way.
So a lot of these are what we call 50-60% finished.
Even vegetables.
It's a little bit like a pasta. We want it to be al dente. So you can see there it has a little bit of firmness, a little bit of bite. So if we break that, we still get some snap. So as it cools, the meals will continue, or the food will continue to cook.
Dia tak
until it
masak
reaches
sampai
the
habis.
core temperature that we need to achieve for food safety.
Every tray along the way gets a tracking label. That way, if there's any issue with food sickness on a flight, the airline can trace it back to the exact batch.
We also want to maintain the integrity and the color of the leaf green. So we cook it in the hottest possible water, 100 degrees. We cook it for the shortest amount of time as possible.
Once the food comes off the heat, it immediately heads down this conveyor belt to the blast chiller. That stops the cooking process in its tracks. Some things, though, are totally cooked through, like these omelets on this rotating table. The eggs come pre-cracked in a liquid mixture. A pump squirts the perfect amount into each pan. Chefs stationed around the table cook, flip, fold, and stack every omelet.
We're producing here 6,000-7,000 omelets per day minimum. So omelets is mostly for the economy kitchen.
Once all the elements are cooked, most of the way through, they head to this room.
So this is what we call casserole assembly for economy meals and also business class and some first class meals.
This is where they pack all the food into the foil containers you might have seen in flight.
Normally from the time they take the meal components from the fridge, within 35-45 minutes, they have to have put the meal into the tray.
Anthony gives chefs photos to show them how each dish is supposed to look. Flight attendants get a similar picture to follow for plating.
Because we have around 6,500-7,000 cabin crew, and there's only one of me, I can't be every day at the training college showing the cabin crew, so we do this for consistency.
One by one, workers pile on starches, sauces, meats, and vegetables. Here's that pasta we saw cooking earlier. They each get a foil topper and then are carted into a holding fridge.
That's where basically the packing team goes a little bit like a supermarket where you pick and mix.
Chefs assemble the desserts in a different room. Today they're making floating islands, a dessert with a meringue suspended in creme anglaise.
Yang mana
All
kalau
these
ada
dishes
macam
look great on the
mangkuk-mangkuk tu,
ground.
those
But
are
there's one
for
big
business
problem.
class.
Food can taste
Yang ni untuk
different in
business
the air.
class.
On some planes, your taste buds are about 30% less sensitive to sweet and salty foods. That's because of the pressure, dryness, and engine sound. In the older 777s and A320s, the cabin is pressurized up to 8,000 feet, so it feels like you're eating lunch on Machu Picchu. And humidity on board can sit as low as 12%, less than some deserts.
Yang ni basically dia bagi tahu macam mana bila dekat dalam kapal terbang tu, kenapa kita rasa makanan tu lain sebab of the pressure of the aircraft. And then as we go higher, the flying tu, that's why our taste bud rasa lain-lain. Tapi for newer aircraft technology, the aircraft boleh match the more or less like the same pressure as on the ground. So dorang boleh cook almost the same like macam mana cook on the ground.
To about 24%.
When you have more moisture in the cabin space, your sinuses and your body is not dehydrating as quickly, and your taste and your palate is not as influenced.
So flyers can taste a lot more these days, making it easier on chefs like Anthony.
There's no additional salt, pepper, no additional salt.
Anthony can use this room to simulate a pressurized cabin and test how food will taste in the sky. And to address that bloating issue, he uses ingredients like
Turmeric reduces swelling in your body, inflammation, right? So you're feeling a lot more comfortable. Ginger is also for sleep and rest and relaxation.
Which leaves just one more hurdle: reheating the food. Flight attendants only have small ovens to work with on board. So how do chefs make sure their food still tastes good? Well, cooking halfway and moving quickly helps. And they avoid dishes that don't travel well.
We try not to do things that are deep fried, for example. Chicken wings, it doesn't stay crispy, and none of us really like to bite into soft French fries.
They also stay away from thin fish, like sea bass.
A fish which is a bit thicker, a cod, a salmon, they stand up much better to in-flight experience.
After all the meals are assembled, the food finally meets up with the carts you see on board.
So we have here the tray assembly area.
Elevators bring clean trays, cutleries, and dishes upstairs.
The silverware elevator?
Yeah, it's like it's a deluxe ride, for your cutlery.
Chefs work on an assembly line, picking and placing
all the napkins, all the porcelain, the linenware, the knives, forks, everything right through to the salt, pepper shakers and the butter portions.
This is a dinner service for business class.
And then they'll put the appetizer, so the appetizer is always preset on a supper service. They'll put a lid on it, they'll put the dressing on the side, and then it will get packed into the carts.
It's the same process for economy class, just the tableware, like the food, isn't quite as fancy.
That cart is packed with all the meals inside. It has a label tag, it says what flight number it is, what destination, what meal service it should be.
This helps cabin crew know what's inside the
Airlines,
carts without
meal
having to open them.
yang dapat dekat economy class lain daripada yang dapat dekat business class. But for some other airlines, they serve basically the different meal, the same meal tapi just on a different plate.
And that will correspond then with the meal types that come in from the meal packing side.
Those carts take a ride on another elevator and will be loaded onto flights usually within an hour before takeoff. Every team along the process has to move extremely fast because all the food has to be cooked, assembled, and eaten in flight within 72 hours.
So we never want to exceed 72 hours in terms of food processing.
If the team goes over that time limit by just an hour, they exceed food safety requirements and can't serve those meals anymore.
This meal will be on a plane tonight.
Makanan tak boleh lebih daripada 72 jam
this production
selepas
probably
dia
occurred yesterday.
masak. So
It all
everything needs
moves
to
so
be consumed
fast
within
because at
72
the end
hours.
of the day, they've got a flight to catch.
You can't miss the plane.
Okay, so you guys have seen how it works behind the scene, macam mana diorang buat makanan, macam mana diorang train cabin crew semua. But I will just show you like what I do for my work. Okay, so this is what I do for work. Okay, so you guys have seen all the behind the scenes macam apa masak cabin crew, but who is the man behind every promotion? Let's say in Malaysia. So, as a marketing manager in Malaysia, I help Singapore Airlines to to maintain a visibility of the brand in Malaysia, okay, by engaging media influencers, and then also I buy digital media. So when I say I buy digital media ni macam I beli ads dekat digital. So let's say korang selalu on TikTok, selalu on Instagram, sometimes korang nampak ada ads dekat dalam tu. Okay, kalau daripada Singapore Airlines, that is from my office that buys all those ads. Kalau korang nampak influencers ada talk about Singapore Airlines, so let's say for example macam the recent one, Johani Sani, tak tahu kalau ada perempuan yang kenal Johani Sani. Some of the influencers lah, we buy into influencers. Kalau macam there's this premium economy class punya meal that we launched the other month, like last month in Singapore. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the likes of KL Foodie, Hungry Foodie, semua tu kan, yang macam tu. So this is one of the postings that they did on the social media. And kalau korang familiar the magazine title Tatler, so these are the kind of brands that I work with to help Singapore Airlines maintain the exposure or visibility in Malaysia. Maybe boleh tekan? Ya, Instagram tu boleh tekan?
Premium economy class in-flight experience by Singapore Airlines, and here's what you can expect. Can you believe it? The world's best airline, Singapore Airlines,
so
has
we bring
introduced
all the
over 200 new
influencers
meals, including improved and expanded selection of food and beverages
and then they
that
will
will be
cover
available on
to
board
tell
starting
the
from 31st
public
of
about
March.
the brand.
200 meal variations are customized based on customer profiles depending on different regions, so no doubt you'll see different.
Okay, last two slides. Alamak. Okay, last two slides dah nak habis. Sabar. Okay, usually bila I explain dekat orang yang I kerja apa bila I kerja airline, so kalau jumpa orang, orang tanya, oh kerja Singapore Airlines. So, kalau dulu kerja Malaysia Airlines, oh kerja Malaysia Airlines, kerja dia apa? Cabin crew. Jadi kalau cakap bukan cabin crew, dia cakap oh pilot. So dua-dua bukan. So sebenarnya dalam airline ada dua. So I put more restrictive and then less barrier of entry. Kalau macam pilot semua tu, okay, they are called tech crew. Okay, kalau tech crew ni dia macam pilot, engineer semua tu dia consider as tech crew lah. It's more, why I say it's more restrictive, because you have to sit for a certain certification, you have to sit for a certain training. Bukannya sebarang orang tiba-tiba nak pergi fly the aircraft kan. So sama juga macam cabin crew. Cabin crew, kalau kita ada rupa, okay, so kita boleh jadi cabin crew. Tapi kadang-kadang tak juga because of the looks, tapi it is how you carry yourself. So kalau macam ada nak jadi cabin crew, maybe you can consider. So it is more restrictive because of a higher barrier of entry. Tapi kalau macam ada nak join airlines as a marketing executive, this is the way for you. Okay, you guys can actually join the commercial team, including marketing. So right now, you guys are studying marketing, which is in the good track. I was also hiring a marketing executive a few months ago. And then what I'm looking for a marketing executive is somebody who can do a marketing campaign, who can strategically think for the brand from end to end. So let's say you want to sell Singapore Airlines punya ticket. How would you do it? How do you think that we can do in Malaysia? How do you think that Malaysians will react to our advertisements in Malaysia? So that is how that the company grooms the ground professionals, which is less barrier of entry. Okay. Last one. the perks of working with an airline. There are actually many perks, but I'll just categorize 3 over here. Okay, at the office, my colleagues, they are actually multicultural. It's very global workforce. I don't speak to Malaysians every day, but I also speak to the likes of people from Europe, from Singapore, of course, from Australia, and then from all over the world. So when you mix, bila kita bercampur dengan orang-orang yang daripada negara lain ni, kita akan rasa macam sometimes it brings you more humble lah. So sometimes bukannya kita macam kita tahu semua benda kan, ada orang lain yang lagi tahu banyak daripada kita, so kita take it as an opportunity to learn from each other. Okay, the travel benefits it differs from airline to airline, but generally you get to travel for free every year. Like Singapore Airlines, travel for free. Concession travel discounted. Some airline dia bagi travel free tu satu kali je, and then the rest is discounted. Discount like 90%, 70% is also a discount. And then not only limited to airlines, to flying, hotels also for airline which is in the travel industry, we get discounts. And then last one is airline executives. We are actually trained to be agile. Like we can actually move from being a marketer and then suddenly we can do sales, we can do product design. So by meaning agile is we are like a chameleon. We can fit different departments easily. So that is how we are being trained. Okay. That should be it. Next is quiz. Okay, I have few more goodies for you guys. So if you guys if you guys have the answer to what do you call to some of the questions here, siapa yang sampai dekat mikrofon tu dulu, sekejap, belum lagi. Sekejap, kena kira dulu. 1, ada lagi. Okay, soalan tu ada 5. So okay, first question. You won't need a transport without a reason. So transport is a
transport is a derived demand.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Next question. What are the 4 P's? Name them.
Okay. What is 4P? With consists of the product, place, price, and promotion. And
yes, okay, yeah, that should be it. Yeah, correct. 4 P's kan? Yeah, okay. Okay, ada lagi 3. What are the additional 3 P's?
The additional is person, process, and physical evidence.
Person?
People. People,
People?
process, physical evidence.
Betul. Next one. So what are the two types of products in the airline world?
Soft and hard product. Apa? Betul ke? Soft product dengan hard product.
Betul. Sekejap, kena pilih kiri ke kanan? Tak boleh. Kanan. Kanan saya lah Okay, the last one is, what are the 5 human senses in the physical evidence strategy?
Hear, see, smell, taste, touch.
Apa tu? Apa? Balik sana?
See, smell, touch, hear, taste. Hear, see, taste, smell,
Apa
touch.
yang tiga tu apa? Nombor 3 apa?
Hear, see, smell.
Hear, see, smell,
touch, taste.
Betul ke tak? Sini je cakap betul. Yang sana cakap betul ke tak? Betul?
Betul.
Betul Okay. Okay. Itu sahaja buat hari ni. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Segala yang kekurangan tu daripada saya, yang lebih tu adalah daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Alhamdulillah, kita sudah pun mendengar segala pengalaman yang telah diceritakan oleh Encik Muhammad Azfar sebentar tadi. Sekiranya saudara atau saudari mempunyai sebarang pertanyaan, para pelajar bolehlah mengangkat tangan dan bertanyakan soalan. Dipersilakan.